Do you ever get sick of being in charge all the time? Do you ever wish you could just take a break, just take a day off from being a mom? Hi, my name is Krista, and welcome to Thrive Daily. So, I am one who has always struggled with control. Raise your hand if you hear me. Let me know in the comments if you always need to be in control. I think, especially when we become moms and we feel responsible for these little ones under our care, that tends to bring out that grip to control. But I had an experience many years ago when I was single, actually, that really helped me. And this was the time in my life when I needed to heal. And I moved in with some old roommates, and much to my dismay, they were like the social butterflies of the whole apartment complex. And I just wanted to be alone. I didn't want to be around people, but I did escape to a park that was just across the street. I often went over there just for some alone time to get away from it all and to get some peace. And this was one of those times I had walked across the street and I was just sitting up on this hill and I was struggling. I was feeling so overwhelmed, burdened with everything that I was trying to get right, everything that I was trying to fix in my life. And while I was sitting there, I had just a really quiet voice feeling enter my mind and my heart. And that voice said, "Why don't you get out of the driver's seat and just sit over there in the passenger seat? Why don't you let me drive? And all I want you to do is look out the window and just enjoy the beauty of what is around you." It was a really powerful analogy for me, just like getting out of the driver's seat and sitting in the passenger seat. There's a very different feeling. When you are in charge of the car and you are steering it and you're guiding it, that's one kind of energy, right? But when you're just sitting in the passenger seat, not worrying about anything, you just sit there calmly and you just get to relax. You don't have to make any decisions. You don't have to exert any effort. You just sit there and you enjoy the scenery out the window. And that's what I felt prompted to do. But what I have found is it's not always easy, because for me, I felt like everything was going to fall apart if I just stepped out of the driver's seat. And that was terrifying because I already felt like my life was falling apart and I needed to get it back on track. But it wasn't till that moment where I just very distinctly felt that inspiration, that prompting, that was exactly what I needed to give myself permission to let go and to hop over into the passenger seat. And it was so helpful for me. It was so healing in so many ways. It was restoring, it was rejuvenating for me because I had been pushing so hard, relentlessly, endlessly, and I needed a break. I've also heard it said, wait until wild horses can't keep you back, until you want it so bad that you can't not act. That's a very different state than the state that so many of us, I think, feel when we're like, oh, I really don't want to do this, but I feel like I should. I don't have the desire to do this right now, but I have to. I don't have a choice. But when we do things from that energy, from that place, we exhaust ourselves and we don't do things as effectively or as efficiently. When really, if we just stepped back and let go of it, we could come back to it when we do have the energy, when we do have the motivation to do it, and we could get it done so much more effortlessly. And so, my invitation for all of us is to just assess where you're at right now. Are you at that point where wild horses can't keep you back from running that errand, from doing that chore? If you are, go for it, because that will give you the fuel, the momentum, the energy that you need to do it at full capacity. But if you're at the point where you're just drained and you're so unmotivated to do what you feel like you should do, maybe it's time to get out of the driver's seat and just go take a break in the passenger seat for a few days, for however long it takes until you feel like nothing can stop you from hopping back over into that driver's seat. So if you have someone in mind who might need to hear this, go ahead and share it with them. But let me know in the comments what challenges you have to letting go. What's the hardest part about truly letting go of that control? And if you would like to find more resources on how to thrive daily as a mother, please visit mycorenourishment.com and have a wonderful day.